So, hello again, everyone. I'm again happy to welcome you all here at the webinar at JetOctopus AI webinar. Um, what are we going to discuss today is the AI bots in 2026 and everything you need to know in 2026 regarding the AI bots. So, my name is Stanislav Dashevsky. I'm the head of SEO and customer success at JetOctopus. Today we're going to have the presentation for about 40 minutes, and then we're going to have a short Q&A session. Please ask your questions in the chat, and I'll be able to answer them after we finish the presentation. So, as you know, the World Wide Web is full of bots, and AI bots activities is ramping up, especially in the beginning of 2025, as we see according to JetOctopus data. And of course, the main topic for all the SEOs, for all the meetups and all the conferences in 2025 was AI and how to work within the AI era, how AI tools influence the business around the world, and so on and so on. So everyone already understands that websites are losing organic impressions and traffic, and everyone knows who takes them all, right? So the click-through rate is roughly about 1%, which is extremely small compared to the number of impressions being taken out of the websites, especially e-commerce websites. So let's not forget that AI technologies are changing very rapidly, and those are only the very early numbers. So we're even going to show you today how fast those numbers change. What we're gonna talk today is a couple of main things. So, what do AI bots do on the web? How do they behave? Why those bots need your content? How AI agents see and rank your content as well, and how to understand all the AI activity on your website. So today you're about to find out all of these things. Let's start. So as you know, there are three biggest AI tools out there. That's ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Anthropic. So the three biggest AI agents online. And as AI bots, to get the new knowledge about the web, they need to build their own knowledge base and further answer the questions that don't involve real-time data. For example, like why the sun is shining or why the sky is blue, right? So this is some common sense knowledge that they need to gather all the information about to further answer the users. And another thing is that AI bots also need to gather a lot of information about the real-time questions in order to link to pages when the user asks something related to the exact concrete moment. For example, only the up-to-time data sets, like best women running shoes or something like this. Um, and AI bots and search bots, they have a couple of things in common. So the first one is both of them, they crawl the web, right? Another one is that they follow the links between the text documents to find the new information. And the last one is that they consume the visible content on the pages. And of course, since we've talked about the things that are the same for those, there are also some different things. And that's first, AI tools, they have no search index, unlike all the search bots have. Search bots needs the index to rank the pages in the search engine results so that users could further use them, check the information, and so on and so on. Those AI bots, they have LLMs under the hood, which needs to be always educated and up to date. So this is the first very big difference. Another one is that AI agents also need to check the trusted sources online if valuable information was updated. So they have a set of pages which have trusted sources and trusted information, and they constantly double check it all the time to get the updated version of the knowledge they already have in their LLMs. And the third one, of course, is that unlikely to search bots, the AI bots, they do deep researches and live researches on behalf of the real users, right? So what this means is that all bots, they come in three different parts. First part is the training bot, which is aimed to find the new information to train their LLM upon. The second part is the part of the AI bot which is made to crawl the data and find new information. And the third part is the user bot, is the bot which goes around the web to some specific pages of the website and so on, um, to get the information on behalf of the real user. So for deep researches and other real-time requests that they do. So as you can see, AI bots activity is roughly uh, around 50% to Google bots activity according to our data already, right? So this looks like a turnaround moment, like when we've had, I guess, like 7 or 8 years ago when the mobile internet took over the desktop browsers, right? So this looks like the same thing, right? But if we take a closer look, only 25% of AI bots activity is for AI search and training hits in logs on the websites. So what does this mean is the very first takeaway from today's webinar is that 75% of all AI bots activity is generated by user searches. So again, in other words, 75% of everything that AI bots see on the web is done on behalf of the users. So users are using AI bots to find the information, and AI bots go and search. Basically, they can Google or they can Bing the SERPs, and afterwards compile back the information to the users in their like agent interfaces. So consequently, the volume of AI searches driven by users through AI tools will be dramatically growing. But only, of course, in case the content on your pages is optimized and visible to AI tools. Coming to the next part, I would like also to point out that, um, in short, the biggest difference between the search engines and AI tools is that they're transforming the web and transforming the way people use internet. So instead of using search engines and doing the search online, those tools are becoming the answer engines. So users come to AI tools to get already the answers to their questions, not to search. So we're skipping this kind of like stage. So again, so while Googlebot indexes the web to rank pages, AI crawlers are content learners. Their goal is to feed the information to their AI model and not to produce the search ranking directly. Another huge technical difference is that AI bots, they don't render JavaScript, unlike Googlebot does. At least this is for now, right? AI crawlers don't execute JavaScript and they mostly fetch raw HTML. So this means they trust all the server rendered content. So SPA frameworks and dynamic content may be not visible to AI bots. And the last one, but not the least important differences between search bots and the AI bots is that uh, they use the content in different ways. So Googlebot focuses on technical SEO signals like page speed, internal linking, mobile friendliness, on-page relevance for ranking the pages in search engine results. While AI crawlers, they don't have SERPs, so they don't have to rank the results the same way search bots do. They also have some mathematical background to build cosine similarity vectors and the entity graphs to evaluate the content relevancy. But what they do as well is that they reinforce your data with credible sources. So they double check if your content is up to date, it's accurate, and it's trustworthy to further show in the answers to millions of other users. So if there are any differences with how search bots and AI bots interpret the site structure. So we're going to find out now. So AI systems, the clear structure and page performance matters a lot because even more than to usual search bots, because at least search bots can render JavaScript, while at least for now, AI bots can't do it. Since AI bots aren't browsing like the sites like humans, they rely on signals on your page's HTML and markup to understand all the context. So consequently, the first and the best thing for you to double check and to do is to grant the maximum accessibility for all of your content. This one is pretty straightforward. So the website has a if the website has a substantial number of like redirections or force class errors, the website structure is very stretched and deep, and the HTML is heavy and big and it has a lot of inline styles or something. This will, of course, such pages will, of course, have less chances to be shown in AI bot answers, right? So next one is, of course, the content hierarchy, and this one is also a simple one. AI bots definitely trust the headings on your pages, and they can parse the headings to see the main topics and secondary paragraphs as well. This is important to ease AI bots the understanding of your content. Structured data is also related to schema markup because schema looks like a cheat sheet to AI bots to understand your content. So it's essential to give the hints, especially for big websites. We have like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of similar pages to show the bots where the article author is, where is the publication date, for example, if the product is out of stock, or what is the price, or what is the business address, and so on and so on. And the last one, but not least, of course, it's the internal linking because um, for example, internal links with descriptive anchors help AI learn how pages relate. So good internal linking can distribute topical authority and reinforce the related pages being together. So the clearer your content and the website structure is, the easier it is for AI tools to find, evaluate, and show your content as answers in their interfaces. So talking about the content, of course, um, AI fully relies on the content it can find and self-educate upon and further show to millions of searchers. Consequently, all the content needs to be concise, deep and clear, structured and factual, authoritative, and safe. So let's break down on this. So concise. The content should be straight to the point. And for example, if the content is vague or it doesn't provide any direct takeaways, it might be skipped, obviously. Also, since ChatGPT, for example, was educated primarily on UGC content, marketeers also advise to use natural language and Q&A formats for and clear headings, of course, to suit conversational queries. Because a lot of queries generated by AI are like questions, and the AI appends different parts of the questions, breaks down the prompts, and Googles for on behalf of the users, and sometimes Bings, as we all also recently mentioned. Deep and clear. So content quality is the key for AI. AI prefers comprehensive articles with definitions, examples, simple explanations, and visuals. Those kind of like text documents, they rank much better in AI results. Structured and factual. So this one is simple. The LLMs know if you're telling the truth or not. as well as you're bringing in any new facts about the topic. So if your content contradicts some well-established information, it of course may be ignored and not shown in as answers. Um, Authoritative content. For example, we don't, we also have to mention that there is not only like the on desktop AI agent, there is also the AI mode in Google. So for example, Google's AI models, they access credibility and they have much more metrics than usual than the other AI bots have. So unlike to them, these tool, the AI Google's AI, they have full access to plenty of authority factors to show top results in AI-generated reviews or in AI mode. And of course, the last thing, your content needs to be safe. So unclear, controversial, or simply mean content is deprioritized, especially for sensitive topics. AI ranking logic. So in the AI era, ranking signals combine known SEO fundamentals with the new AI-oriented factors. So now, knowing all of the above, we can easily understand what are the factors that are going to make your content completely AI proof. So first one is reachable, of course. So again, 100% Node.js. The pages needs to be fast. Their HTML needs to be very small or very clean and easy to understand. The number of nodes needs to be small. And the pages which are valuable to AI, the pages which are valuable for search bots as well, need to be as close to homepage as possible. The content needs to be correct. So all the facts needs to be correct. And again, you need also not to be just a source of um, uh, information. Rather, you need to add some new things to the already known points, to already know facts that AI may found beneficial and useful for users. On the other hand, content can't be informal, salesy, or unprofessional. Fresh. So we already know the issues with fresh content according like related to the whole helpful content updates in Google. So content should be up to date. And that's exactly, of course, not about just changing your publication date or changing the number of the year in the title. So because AI bots reach to user demand freshness, the immediacy matter much more than in old school SEO. Outdated content is simply skipped since the AI wants the most up-to-date content accessible answer for the user. Well-structured content. So all the headings and should have the relevant terms, of course, taken from the keywords or from the search phrases which AI used on the behalf of the users. Internal links to and from the pages should point to relevant pages and have the corresponding anchors as well. And of course, you need to give the deep answers to the users with the use of your content. Content also have to be optimized. So use all relevant schema markups where it's applicable, of course, and don't forget to make your content variative. What I mean is don't simply write an article that consists only of paragraphs and images. The article should have lists, should have tables, if that's possible, of course, and it's very beneficial to have a separate PDF resources also on the articles, for example, or on the pages, because first, AI bots can very easily understand the PDFs, and secondly, search bots like Google, they can rank your PDF files separately in the SERPs so that you can further get additional clicks from there. The content should be authoritative, and of course, the strong backlink profile and brand reputation contribute a lot to AI's perception of trustworthiness. AI agents also take into account citations, unlike Google does. The last one is engaging content. So this means that those factors are obviously taken by AI made by Google because they have access to on-SERP behavioral factors and on-page behavioral factors. And it would be very clear to estimate that those tools have access to dwell time metrics or scroll depths and so on and so on. So obviously Google uses that factors to rank in their AI results or AI overviews. So to sum up, to perform well in AI, you still need to do and continue doing the classical SEO. As you can see, according to the study, the correlation between ranking in top of SERPs is very high to being mentioned not only by AI agents, but also by Google's AI overviews. The source of AI bots activity and logs is the primary and the best source for all the information about how AI bots behave on your pages. So measuring how AI bots interact with your site fully relies on log files and specialized SEO analytics. AI-driven visibility is almost invisible without the logs analysis. Um, Jet Octopus can parse logs to identify all AI crawlers by their user agent and IP. We also categorize hits of AI bots as training bots, search bots, and user-generated bots. So, according to the chart, you can see which part of the website is being indexable and non-indexable, what is the share of training bot visits, search AI bot visits, and what is the share of AI bot visits made on behalf of the users, so user-generated bot visits. Logs reveal how and when your content is being crawled. And while hits from AI and search training bots, they have like a they don't have like a direct impact on the visibility in AI bots. They indicate whether your content is actually interesting to AI systems and if the AI systems are aware of your content at all. And by analyzing the logs, um, you'll know if AI user bots visited your site pages, which further can be translated into impressions in AI tool interfaces. And what is more, by checking the pages which were visited by AI user-generated bots, you can discover which content is searched by your users. And further, you can scale it to grow your AI and organic visibility and presence even further. So again, I can't emphasize it as much as I would like. So server logs are the primary source of the data and of any AI bot activity. You cannot just measure your site's AI visibility, but you can also see what content is used by AI and how often. This is critical data for optimizing in the AI era. And without it, the work on GEO, AEO remains a blindfold game, totally blindfold. Additionally, as we already discussed in the beginning, um, recent changes of how AI tools change SEO's work and the whole online presence of the website um, has changed a lot exactly from 2015, since the start of 2015. This is the point when AI bots started to Google. They used to Bing on behalf of the users, and now they started to Google on behalf of the users. And also another ramp up happened in August. Um, and this is our internal data, and we definitely can see a huge growth for impressions uh, with for 7 word, 8 word, 9 word, 10 word, and larger than 10 word long tail keywords. So again, the prompts are being taken by AI tools and they break them down into smaller ones, reconfigure into search queries, grab the information from Google or Bing, and then further bring the pages to you and compile all the answers with the external links and so on and so on. So This leads to even more impressions in AI tool interfaces, and the users will click on them. So this will be generating even higher demand in optimizing for such a traffic source. Basically, what we can also say that SEOs will see even much more different search queries related to each other in clusters, and also the monthly search volume will continue to inflate even further. Jumping into conclusions. So what you have to do now is first you have to continue doing the old school SEO, and this will definitely help you in succeeding in AI-driven research. So easily, like fresh, well-structured, reachable, and authoritative content will do the right job. Second is you need to stop being just the source of the data, and you need to be the answer. To gain visibility now, you need to be the answer rather than just be a relevant source of information. Third one, in 2026, SEOs might take into account new KPIs, such as not only clicks, but also AI-driven discoverability and citations of your business. The last one, of course, is the most critical, probably, is that you have to use the right tools to measure and analyze AI bots' visibility and activity on your website. So master those things in 2026, and then this year is going to be when your website becomes an AI trusted source of answers, visible, cited in conversations, and chosen by AI systems billions of users rely on. Um, Thank you very much. I ask you to stay tuned for the rest of our webinars, which are going to be held in January and February for the next topics. Regarding AI, of course. So further, we're going to be also getting into the analytics data for AI and what those AI bots do, how they behave on your websites. And the last one is going to be the playbook for analyzing and scaling the content and understanding how AI behaves on your website. Also, to all viewers of our webinar, you can use the 15% discount promo code uh, for Jet Octopus services. Just scan the QR code or make a screenshot now to scan it further later, and then we will get in touch with you. As also previously discussed, I'm staying here to answer all your questions, and I thank you for attention. I think we have something in chat. Let me check. Karina is asking, what do you think about the LLMs TXT? So actually, our CTO Serge Bezborodov, he already answered this a couple of times in LinkedIn and in other social media. So AI bots, then they don't look for this file at all. So I think that was a kind of like a myth in the very beginning of AI. Um, Marissa, will you be sending out a recording of this webinar? Sorry if I missed any info. Yeah, I think we will. Yeah, same. And a R Jacobus. Yeah. I think we'll be having the recording. Andrea, in relation to query fan out, you noted that AI bot traffic has increased massively. Attributed to the is the increase in those scroll a direct result of query fan out? As in, okay, I got your question. So, um, the first part. So, the 75% of Google bots, of AI bots activity is related only to user searches, which means they spend much more time checking the web on behalf of the users. So, this is one of the sources of AI bots reaching out to your sites is either through getting the information from SERPs, and another one is getting to your website through the URLs they already know which exist on your website. The fan outs, I'm not saying the number of keywords in, for example, some marketing tools database is going to be increased by 75%. But I think, yes, we're going to see an increase in the number of keywords and all of that, and the volumes as well, search volumes as well. Yeah. Um, To be honest, about the question about if AI bots can crawl or and surface non-indexable content, uh, I I need to double check this. If you want, you can leave your email somewhere or reach to us, and I can get back to you. I can get back to you with the answer to this question a little bit later. Hello, Kai. Um, I think the fan out queries points are going to be covered in the next webinar, to be honest. But what do you mean to expand more? So the fan out queries, they can be seen in your Google Search Console data. And if you search, for example, for those which don't have any clicks, but they have impressions and that are pretty long, let's say starting from like 8 words and longer, those have the biggest, let's say, chance of being asked by AI. Yeah. PDFs are friendly to AI bots, Farron. Hello. AI bots understand the PDF files, so they can read and parse the information from those, and further, they can give you out the answers from those files as well, whether they're hosted on your pages or not. Yeah, that's true. Jose, hello. Uh, I didn't really get your point, to be honest, but the fan outs are made by, we definitely can see that those are made by AI tools, I mean, non-Google AI tools. I wasn't, yeah, I understand your question. So I wasn't talking about the AI overuse, to be honest. Okay, the question from Kai again. Yeah, so there is no guarantee if the citation is going to be shown next to the content from your site. Yes, that's true. And yes, the ChatGPT user is the user-generated bot visit. Yes. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, this is when the ChatGPT is checking your pages and further showing to the user. So this can be kind of like a proxy as impressions, but of course there is no direct tie-up. Unfortunately, probably this is also answering a couple of questions about you don't see them, but yet, yeah, but unfortunately the industry currently doesn't have like a very structured tool that is gonna have like Google Analytics for like showing all the funnel of uh, queries done by AI, which visited your pages, which content you need to scale. But actually, we're going into this direction very soon. I hope on the next webinar, I'm going to be showing you something very interesting. Okay, Manikan done. Hello. Yeah, those are recorded. I think those are as a referral traffic. Probably not all of them, but yes. Marissa. Very long one. So the AIs, they definitely learn the information about the company and they can, I'm not saying they have like a card. I didn't have experience seeing this. But yeah, since the technologies change so fast, yeah, and recently we've seen some new releases of ChatGPT. So yeah, this is possible, of course. Yeah. Do we have any more questions for today? I think the Wikipedia is a very trusted source by LLMs. Yes, Dom, this is the answer to your question. So yes, definitely this is an additional trusted source which can be like a marker source of content for LLMs to for AI tools to rank the content and compare whether you're saying like the correct facts or not. Okay, yeah. So thank you. Okay, so let's probably wait for a couple of more questions if you have any, and I think we'll be ready to wrap up. Andrea, thank you for your time. Thanks everyone for your time today. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks everyone, and I wish you the nice rest of the day. Hope to see you again on the next webinar.